So far, it's not. We got something. Make sure the sound is on. That'd be smart. Best streamer ever. Okay, that's on. Is this on? Is it on? Do we have sound? No. Sup, guys? Oh, I forgot to put chat over here. Hold on a minute. I'm very smart. Let me just throw chat up over here. Trying to figure out the sound. I thought I had it set, but I think I messed up. Should be there. Should be there. That's correct. Should be able to hear it. Not getting any sound on this. Properties. Should be getting sound. Give me a second. Give me 1 second. Hi, guys. Just gonna make sure. I want to make sure I can hear the sound. I don't know why I can't. What's up, guys? Yo, yo, yo. We're gonna do some more editing today. That's not what I wanted to do. But I'm not getting the sound, so we're gonna go ahead and see if I can fix it. It worked yesterday. Yeah, it's in the right place. It's going to the right thing. There's no reason it should not be working. Everything is set up. However, a Saturday stream because we missed the stream last week because of the tournament. So I'm trying to... No. All right, it should be playing the sound from the computer, but it's not showing up. Don't like that. Try one more thing. Why can I not get sound? Very frustrating. Black magic capture card. Yes. Removing it, putting it back in. Where's this one? Headphones. Correct. Everything should be working. Hey, I just had to turn it on and off again. Turning it on and off again. I figured it out. Okay, there's been some chats. Chaos, I am here to target David. I don't know what targeting is. I guess I could put a funny goal up. I'll let chat vote on a goal that you can target me on, but it's just me today. I'm sorry. Saturday stream, is this possible? Am I good? I'm all right, but we got work to do. Everybody else is gone. We missed a stream, so I must make up for it, for that is how we work. Do not fear, chaos is here. All right. All right, so we're going to go ahead. We got a couple things to do today. We've got to edit some of these videos, our standard videos, and we've also got to edit some fencing footage. So this isn't going to be a super long stream, but I just figured I'd do some productivity while I'm here. Everybody else, so Megan is running a convention in a different state because she's a big, important person. And then Clark is probably by now in Japan, I think. He left yesterday on a plane. And I'm assuming that he's gotten there by now. Unless it takes longer than I think. Maybe he had a giant layover. But he's on his vacation. And Megan's doing a workcation. Is it a... Can I add cation in there? I don't know. I'm going to kill this buffering. It doesn't make any sense. Anyway. All right. No, he's not been to Japan yet. This is the first time he's ever been to Japan. Okay, so now we're gonna get a sneak peek of the shorts. Are we gonna play?
In Fire Emblem, there's this thing called the weapon triangle.
It's like rock, paper, scissors, but with weapons, and it starts off with the sword.
So I'm gonna have to get a picture of the weapon triangle. Hold on a second. Fire Emblem. I want like a visual from Fire Emblem. Images. Is there like an official one? It's not like an official one. Anyway. My Japan flight took 2 days, but I had a layover. Okay, maybe he's still on his way. Flynn, you've been chill the whole time, and as soon as I start working, you want to come sit. You've got to sit in my lap. You know the rules in the lap, or you don't get to sit here. Chill. Relax. Take it easy. I'm going to reposition myself.
Beating the axe.
All right.
In Fire Emblem, there's this thing called the weapon triangle.
It's like rock, paper, scissors, but with weapons, and it starts off with the sword.
All right. Flynn, your butt stinks. Oh, yeah, they didn't deliver my cat litter. I've got to get cat litter for Flynn. Makes me mad. Where's my sound effects? Sound effects, sound effects, sound effects, sound effects, sound effects. Can't see. There it is. Let's do... headphones are killing my head. Had them on for hours. I think this one was going to be a cut. Yeah, that's what we want. It was delayed.
Beating the axe, which is actually pretty realistic.
Next up, the spear beats the sword.
I'll do a stab here.
Which is
Go a little pull-out noise.
which is also pretty realistic.
All right, what we got here? No goal currently. I could do a goal. I don't know what the goal should be. Flynn is here. My favorite thing to do in editing, get videos done. Just gotta get through them. How long have I been making content? Oh God, I don't even know anymore. It's been since I was like, I think like 16. Let's see. What should the goal be? A Q&A? Q&A is always the easiest one. What's the most fun one? I have to go back to the other computer to make a Q&A. Why don't we just mods, because it always times out anyway. Can we just keep track and go to 15 for a Q&A? Mods, who are the best? Thank you so much, mods. Clark's just on vacation. Megan's on a work vacation. Thank you, the Death Pie. All right. Make some choreography? How can I do that when I'm the only one here?
And lastly, the axe beats the spear.
I'm going to cheat and just reuse these assets.
Beats the spear. Spear. I think it might not be quite right. Quite right.
2 out of 3 ain't bad though.
Okay, so this is a pretty easy one. We'll just go ahead and put the slop in the music on this one, and then we'll be done. Let's do Flynn. I know you want attention, but I'm also editing, so you've got to chill out. It's the cuddliest cat. See, he doesn't know he's on camera right now. That's the thing. When he knows he's on camera, Review weapons from Kingdom? You mean Kingdom Come Deliverance? They're all just normal swords, though. They're fine. Like, the review would be like, good sword, good sword, good sword. Oh, yeah, speedrun. Special goal. We'll do a funny goal at some point. I'll do something fun. I just can't think of a funny goal right now. Kingdom the manga? I've never heard of Kingdom the manga. Let's see here. Where was I doing? I was doing music. Music. Let's do this one. Editing with one hand's a little bit harder.
In Fire Emblem, there's this thing called the weapon triangle.
It's like rock, paper, scissors, but with weapons. And it starts off with the sword beating the axe, which is actually pretty realistic.
Next up, the spear beats the sword, which is also pretty realistic.
And lastly, the axe beats the spear. I think they might not be quite right. It's the spear. I think they might not be quite right.
2 out of 3 ain't bad, though.
It's pretty easy. That is a video that is... Oh, wait. No. I think I am a fool. I have not included any of the special effects. So let's go back and fix that. Let's fix that before I forget. This one has it. We'll just use this one. Where'd it go? Fire Emblem. Ah! It was weird. It did a weird thing. Spar with Flint? No. Giant magnetic sword tool. Magic sword too. I can't read. I can't do anything. Try trick shot with a bow. This is editing. I can't, like, I'd have to turn on the other cameras and get things set up. I think tomorrow, either as a stream or just as a thing I do, I'm probably going to do a little bit of VR because we're running a little low on that content. If you haven't already, please go check out the VR video. Get off. No, don't sit on don't sit on that laptop. It's expensive. I need to do another VR video. If you haven't already watched it super duper, please go follow what's the word I'm thinking about? The Sellsword gaming channel. We need the views, we need the help. Let's grow that channel so that I can play video games. How about goblin editing video? Unleash the chaos? I don't really know how I would goblin edit a video. Like, what would I do? Make it goblinier? All right, what have I got here? Lumetry colors. It looks fine. Let me turn this off and see what it looks like. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Okay. Back to it. Now it's done. We can send this to the media encoder. Where is this going to? There we go. Save. One more done. All right, now we can do... Which one was that? That was Fire Emblem. These ones are going to be annoying, and I don't want to do it, but I guess I should do it.
Everybody,
And we mean everybody.
is wrong about Count Dooku's lightsaber. Starting with its original design inspiration.
The creator...
I have to find so many images. But, Filipino. It's with an F, isn't it? Filipino barang. Trying to get the image. No, the sword. Not a shirt. All right, I gotta get an image of this thing. What's up? My beverage of choice? I wish it was Gamer Supps, but I'm out right now, so it's just generic sparkly water from the grocery store. I wish I had some Gamer Subs. I need to make a new order. All right, let's see. I just want a image of a barong. How does that already have something on it? I'm annoyed by that. This is a new monitor. It's already got schmutz on it. I'm going to have to wipe it off. That is a pretty normal looking barong. It's a wooden sword, though. I'm not going to use that. Gosh dang it. Just want a normal... Aha! There we go. There we go. That is traditional. We're going to use that. Can I save the image, please? Well, don't do that then. There's no way to right-click it! Can I just see a picture of the sword? Yeah, I just want to take just a picture of the sword. Haha! I found it. I did it. I did it. Oh, not an HTML. Please don't give me an HTML. Fine, I'll do it the hard way. Make me do this the hard way. I will do a screen cap of it. Because you're a butthole. Just let me save an image. Well, let me save an image, guys. What's going on screen? What are we saying? Goblin edit like an acid trip in my mind? Oh no. I don't want... That would be hard. You know, I'm getting tired of this. I've got all the settings correct. There's no reason that we should be having ridiculous settings problems. However, it's doing it anyway. And okay. Yeah, use the main encoding settings. Advanced, streaming. Everything here is correct. Whatever. Okay. Would shoe spikes be viable for what? For kicking somebody or for doing fencing or for walking around? Like, viable for what? Don't call the mods clankers. They're real people. Oh. Yes. Not really late editing. It's only about 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock here, 4 p.m. 1,600 hours. All right, what do we got? So I've got this. Let's put this in the assets folder. All right, here we go. I saved this picture. Where did it go? There did it go. All right, cool.
Lightsaber. Starting with its original design inspiration.
All right, so I tried to do this last time and it wouldn't let me do it, which made me very angry. It's because of the comp size. It'd be really fun to be able to adjust both of these with an adjustment layer. However, because of the comp size, that doesn't work, which is annoying. So I'm just gonna pop it in. I'll do it the hard way, which isn't as much fun. Let's go to effects, controls, make it this big, put it up here. I'm actually gonna mess with this a little bit. I'm gonna rotate this. I'm gonna size it down, and then what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna crop this. It's not the bottom. I can't. I'm gonna have to actually edit this because it's not gonna let me do what I want to do. All right, let's go ahead and we're gonna have to open up a window and do this ourselves. So this is how much work goes into most of our videos, and we post a lot of them. All right, David, let the goblin chaos flow through your veins. There's some goblin chaos. Is somebody keeping track of 5 out of 15? Thank you. You guys are the best. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and make a new image. Might as well make this landscape so that we can. Okay, I think this isn't any info, so we're just gonna put it over here. All right, we're going to upload something. We just had it. Where was it? This one. There we go. And now we're going to turn it into something we can use in our video. So there we go. And then I need to get rid of that, so we'll just do erase. Ooh, I hated that. It made everything look bad. No, it's about the same. Remove object. Remove it. Get rid of the object. Just paint over it with white. It's so complicated. That's not chaos, lol. Need more energy. How much energy do you want? Ah! Editing! Ah! Ugh. Second. Hold on a second. Discard. Discard, yeah. What was the other thing? Go back. Close. This said erase. I'd like to erase better. Cool. Yeah, I did a good enough job. It kind of made the edges a little bit harsher, but that's okay. Done. Now I can make this bigger. That's too big. Good. We'll do that. And then we're just going to download that. It's a little bit big itself. I'm actually going to move this lower so I can use up less of the screen. And then I'll download that. All right, back to Premiere. We can go into downloads. You need more energy? Or was it a different thing? I already did that one. David, don't worry about making up for missed streams. People are busy. We get it. Also, Stream Element says you've been streaming 21 hours and 9 minutes. That's not good. I have not been streaming 21 hours and 9 minutes. I hope it wasn't streaming that long, because that would be bad. Might be an idea to edit a half-sword video. I mean, the half-sword video needs to have Clark do his part of it. Otherwise, it wouldn't be good enough. Waco-based clubs? I don't actually know if there's a club in Waco. I don't know that area very well. Oh. I have another microphone in my pocket. Good to know. Checking out the chats. Checking out the chats. So, also, I just found out where to find the clips that you guys have been clipping of our streams. I didn't know where to find them before, and I found them, and oh my gosh, there's so many clips. Violet Ninja has done so many clips. The only thing that annoys me about it is YouTube will not let me download those clips. It's very annoying. I'm annoyed. All right, so we got this. Now we're going to go to Properties. Effects Controls. Why am I not able to adjust this? There we go. So we want it to be about there.
Design inspiration.
Okay, let's get this effect in here. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to start off.
The creator claims he drew inspiration from Filipino.
So from about there, and so we're going to do positional. And then on this, we're going to move up. Oh, wrong way. We're going to move back up to here. So now you've got this little
inspiration
effect.
from Filipino weapons.
That's too slow, so we're going to move that closer.
Inspiration from Filipino weapons.
Yeah, that's good. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing here, and we're going to adjust this. So the first thing we're going to do is set a keyframe here, come back here, go to our next keyframe, come back to this one, and now we're going to set this so that it matches right about there. So it's going to go together
from Filipino weapons, like
that. The Chosen Clipper! Happy to see you like the clips. Also, oh, did I say he? I didn't think I did. I assumed you were female. I did not know. Female. I call everybody they, by the way. It's not it's easier for me to remember. Ginger's fake and all that stuff. How effective would a baguette be? Depends on how old it is. Am I canceled? What did I do?
From Filipino weapons.
There we go. Cool. So now we're gonna do. Okay, so we've got that. Now I have to do the other side of it. So now.
Filipino weapons like the bra.
And now we're gonna go away here. So we're going to do the same thing, and we're going to pop this in here. We're going to give this the same little effect. So we're going to give it there, go to the end of this clip, and now we're going to make it disappear back up to where it was. And now I've got to make Clark's clip do the same thing. So we're going to come back over here, go to the previous keyframe, come down here, set a keyframe here, go to here, and then reset the keyframe to there. And now all together, oh, I said they. Yeah, I just assume everybody is they, them, unless otherwise specified, just because it's easier. I don't know.
From Filipino
Wop.
weapons like the barong.
Bop. And so that's cool and all, but I want to add a little bit of stuff to it. So we're going to add an adjustment layer. There's my little adjustment layer. And then what I'm going to do with this adjustment layer is I'm going to add in some effects. So where do my effects controls go? Effects. I'm going to move that so I can see it better. We're going to move effects over here. So here we're going to do directional blur, pop that in there, come to here, and then set the blur length keyframe there, and then we're going to set to about midway through this, and then we're going to set that blur length to, let's say, 20. There you go. Let's go a little wild. 40, because it's moving pretty fast. Come back over here, go to the end of this, and set it back down to 0. And now it should look like this.
From Filipino weapons. From Filipino.
It's a little bit much. It's a little bit much. I think 40 is probably too much. Let's go back. So we'll go to the mid keyframe. 40 seems like a lot. Let's do 20. That looks fine.
From Filipino weapons.
That's okay. I'll leave that. That's fine. What is this saying? And in fact, I am going to be super lazy, and I'm just going to copy this. I'm going to put it back over here on this one when we get to that first keyframe. Oops. Did I actually set this? I did. Let's zoom in here. So I wonder if I could just control, oops, did it work? Control C, Control V. Does it work? It works pretty well.
And you can kind of see the result.
Yep, it works pretty well. Good. There's a little bit of a black screen there. That's okay. Just checking. See you later, Violet Ninja. Love what you do. Keep up the awesome content. PS, your server script isn't effective. My wife can attest otherwise. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Twister. That's a good name, Mr. Twister. Oh, thanks for following the channel, Aurora. What's going on here? Vacations? I cannot afford vacations. I use the program for music. I use Epidemic Sound. They're the people I get my license for music from.
Inspiration from Filipino weapons like the barong.
And you can kind of see the resemblance between the.
Oh no! David talks about it too. The fool. The fool. I should have checked. I'm an idiot.
These two weapons, but there's a couple.
So we're gonna have to redo all of that. Foolishly.
Weapons, but there's a couple of.
Oh no, I'm such a fool. I'm such a fool. Okay, so that one's there. This is there. Let's move the second set to where this is and see if this works.
But there's a couple of.
It's not perfect. Let's fix it. Let's fix it. Foolish David is foolish. So it starts to move first. We have to move this a little bit further back. Too far. Right about there. It moves faster, so we've got to move this a little bit faster. Huh. There you go.
You can kind of see the resemblance between these two weapons, but there's a couple of issues.
Okay. I'm going to have to put in a second weapon, too. I have to get Dooku's lightsaber, which I think I saved, but I don't know where it went. Oh, no! Everything exploded. So what have we got here?
From Filipino weapons like the barong.
And you can
Yeah, I'm gonna pop in Dooku's lightsaber as well. Did I take a photo of it? That'd be really good of me. Count Dooku's lightsaber. Just want an image, please. Not something to buy. All of these are for sale. Aha, Wikipedia, thank you. You are the best. No! What? Oh, I still have my VPN on. Hold on a second. I do not. Why is it not letting me go in there? Wild. Okay, there's that. Let's go to, where did it go? We need the assets folder again. We're gonna take in another pictures. There it is. Cool. So we're gonna put in another picture. All right, what is chat saying? More vacations? No vacations. Love the content. Thank you. Third person, David. Crystal Hunt Blood Sorcerer. We did play it, and then the boss was the same at the end every time, and it kind of got boring. Okay, so now I've got to add in this too. So let's figure out the best way to do that. I think side by side would be best. So
It's like the barong.
and you can kind of see the resemblance.
So we're gonna bring this one in. Let's see. I think we'll rotate. Well, having it like that's best. You know what's a much better idea and is stupid, and I should have done it in the first place, and I'm gonna have to redo all my work. All right, fine. It's a better idea. We're gonna add in Dooku's lightsaber to this, and it'll just pop down more. That's a much better idea. Stupid. All right, that makes more sense. Doesn't that make more sense? All right. It's a fun effect, though. It'll make things easier in the end, so we're just going to get rid of this. Can I replace it? Can I replace media? I think I can. Just don't remember how. Nah, whatever. Download. Cool. So we're just going to get rid of this entirely. I can, however, keep the motion. So we're just going to keep this motion, Control C. We're going to bring this in here, and we're going to give it the same motion and move it back to about here and see if it works.
From Filipino weapons.
So now, instead of that, because we don't want to show all of Dooku's thing, we're going to have to leave it a little higher. And so let's go back to the keyframing on this. So the keyframe there, we're going to have to raise that to about there. There we go.
From Filipino weapons like the
No. So now if you go to the next keyframe, we're going to have to match it. So what is this? 116. So now we're going to have to do, was it my 116? Nope, I was wrong. What was the previous one? Negative 116. Interesting. Negative 116. There we go. Now it's
from Filipino weapons like the barong.
And you can kind of see the resemblance.
We'll put another keyframe here. So this will be that keyframe. And now
Resemblance between
that's about good enough. So now we're going to move this down so both of them are on screen. And I'm going to keep this keyframe 275.4. We're going to frame over to here. We're going to add in a keyframe and put negative 275.4, and that should
see the resemblance between these.
is that wrong? No, just normal 275.4. Interesting that. Why is the okay, whatever. That should be fine. There we go. So now it should stay in place.
Between these two weapons.
What?
The resemblance between these two weapons.
Yeah, it's okay. It's all messed up. Hold on a second. Delete. We will fix
See
this
the
later.
resemblance between these two weapons, but there's the resemblance between these two weapons, but there's a couple of issues.
We'll have it stop there. So we're gonna have this also move to there.
Issues.
Okay, what have we got in the chat? Chat. Cat reveal. Cat's right here. How's my day? My day has been busily unbusy. Power of Googling it. We're 12 out of 15 towards stop and chat. Move this back over here, so that should be enough. So now I've got to work on this. Let's come into this and find out where we are. So we're going to start off by moving this to here, and we're going to come up to here, and we're going to go to the next one, and we're going to come here. We're going to set a keyframe here, and then on this, we're going to go to our I think let's move to the next keyframe, which is about here. That's too far, so we're going to move that back. Move that keyframe considerably back. Right about there. So that's where our keyframe is. Come back into here. Now we're going to set our second keyframe where it is there, and we're going to move this off screen. And I think
A couple of issues.
First,
there we go. Okay, here's the effect.
inspiration from Filipino weapons like the barong.
And you can kind of see the resemblance between these two weapons, but there's a couple.
We're gonna have to move me
You can
down
kinda see the
too. Okay, where's that keyframe? Boom. We'll do a keyframe here on me. Boom. Ah, shoot, I just set this. It's gonna be very annoying. Well, we can go in here and change it. So we're just gonna pull this. We can't do that actually. Yes, we can. All the way over here. And then what we're gonna do. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Yeah, we'll go back up here and we'll find the second keyframe. So we're on that keyframe here. Go down to here, come in here, move this keyframe to here, and then we'll just nudge me down a little bit so that we can see more of me. Then we're gonna go back up to here and find our next keyframe, which is here. And we're gonna put a keyframe. Oh, why am I so low? Ah, because we've gone all the way up. So what was this keyframe we had before? We have, I'm just gonna copy the value. So we're gonna come back here and we're gonna go to the next keyframe and we're gonna come down here and we're gonna have a new keyframe here and we're gonna make that keyframe this. So theoretically, there we go. All right, here's the real effect. 12, what is going on? 21, 13? Did I miss something? You should mention the war pick. Very war scythe-like. We do have, we've done a couple videos on the war pick. It's fun. We've got the foam version of it. It's very fun. Okay, let's see. So now I've got this.
Inspiration from Filipino weapons like the barong.
And you can kind of see the resemblance between these two weapons, but there's a couple of issues.
First off, the
There we
barong
go.
is a one-handed sword.
Much like the messer, the barong has a beak at the end, and this means it's not going to slide out of your hand when you're killing.
Okay, we got to add on a kill sound effect. Where's my sound effects folder? There it is. And I've got my sword noises and my cuts. Let's do that here. There we go.
When you're killing.
A little late. Let's fix that. It's a little bit late.
You're killing.
Just a little late.
You're killing someone.
That's pretty good.
Also, like the barong, the messer has a straight
Ah, Clark's still in the
hilt.
background. Dang it, I didn't see that. I'm gonna have to fix that.
Slide out of your hand. You're killing someone.
Flynn, chill. You can get in my lap, or you can go somewhere else. We're gonna have to zoom in a little bit because Clark's in the background. Put a keyframe.
Also, Also,
There's no
like
way
the
to hide that.
barong, the messer has a straight hilt
See how that looks? I think it's gonna look
peak at
terrible.
the end, and this means it's not going to slide out of your hand when you're killing someone. Also, like the barong, the messer has a straight hilt.
Meanwhile,
There we go. It's not terrible. We'll have the stabby sound effect.
meanwhile,
Pull out sound effect.
Count Dooku.
Flynn the cat does what Flynn wants to do. Did I get any sleep? Look like a ninja. I don't know how I look like a ninja. Somebody else look like a ninja? Thanks. Uh-oh. It's not letting me scroll. Whoa! Thank you, Chase. I was playing Wizard 101, and I got a wand that was called Roberto's Rapier. A good few sword wands in the game, but it's not a rapier, it's a parrying dagger. I said, David would rage at this for 30 minutes. Probably yes. Everybody's wrong about rapier. And yeah, it's an editing stream. 2 hours? What happened in 2 hours? It takes so long to edit every one of these videos. Like, and this is just one channel. If you were on yesterday, we were editing the long form videos.
Meanwhile, Count Dooku's hilt is actually canted like a French.
Okay. So now I have to find a French grip foil. I want to see the side view so that we can images. There we go. Almost is like a pistol grip too. Page not found. Gosh dang it. Just let me have your images. Back to the assets folder. I don't know where we are on the goals. Somebody's keeping track. I think we're close. Pictures. There it is.
Canted like a French. Canted like a French grip foil or épée, which makes
Oops.
sense because.
So this one is a little bit big, but I think it'll still work. We do this. We'll go up to here. We're gonna have to do that same thing. We're gonna crop the bottom a little bit because it's too long. And then we're gonna have to do that same kind of thing. So we're here. We have the position.
Like a.
Ah, shoot, I did it wrong. Okay, we're gonna redo that. There we go. Now we go back. Now I take it all, oops, wrong direction. All the way out. What, I'll be noticed eventually. What happened? Did I miss something? Oh, we hit the goal. Okay, thank you. Goal. Schedule goal. All right, we'll do a quick Q&A break, and then I'll get back to it. Actually, we're going to do a quick Q&A break, then I'm going to do a bathroom break, because I got to take a tinkle because I drank too much. All right, so we're doing the goal. Goal. Frying pan is best weapon. Do you have any experience in Scottish broadsword? My club does that, and longsword, and I have no starting foundation for broadsword, so I need help. So I've done Scottish broadsword. It's very similar to saber. I've done Scottish broadsword in Scotland. That was really cool. It's just like most one-handed swords. It just has a really good basket and hilt protection. So saber is a good start. Listen to your coaches first of all. Like that's the best advice. Any information I give you won't be as good as what your coaches give you just because they're there in person. But the basket is there to guard your hand, so use it like a buckler. Take strong parrying positions, and I think it's a para post thrust, cut and thrust weapon. Bloodborne's. I like Bloodborne's rocky weapons. They're just not something I can replicate in real life. Reverse grip axe is not one of the best ways to use an axe. The frying pan is not the best weapon. Renji's sword from Breach practical. I mean, if a magic sword, 10 out of 10, right? Like a magic sword would be great, but his actual sword, no, it would be completely impractical. How come you guys... We have reviewed comic book weapons and stuff like that. The videos just don't do that well, so we don't do that many of them. Yeah, we'll play Blood and Sorcery a lot. It's one of the games we play a lot. I think I'm going to play it tomorrow a little bit. I have a video I want to do. Yes, this is live. My main sword, my first choice if I actually had to use it. That depends. The rapier is probably the best dueling weapon, but the saber is probably the most practical, like, carried around and use it weapon. So I'd probably go with the saber. Yeah, I went to Scotland last year. It was really fun. I might be going again next year. Yes, the Gazelle Infect videos, actually going to work on them some today. There's a lot of them. It's a lot of stuff to get through, and I'm a little bit intimidated. It's just hours of footage. So, we shall see. I have played Half Sword. Eventually we'll do a video on it, but not today. Oh, I'm glad you think we're fun. Sorry, I am very tired too. Trunk's regular sword is just a normal broadsword. It doesn't have a lot of taper to it, but just a very normal sword, so it'd be fine. Last one. What's your next tattoo going to be? It's difficult. I'm thinking about one on my leg, but I have to find the right thing for it. My tattoos are all pretty personal to me. The one I'm planning is going to probably have something to do with the music, but I have to put together everything and think about it. So I'm not quite ready for that one yet. Let's see. Dual sides. Just for... I think Purple Heart is going to start making that scythe if people want it. It's a pretty cool scythe trainer. Hi, Flynn. Are you going to be less stupid this time? Iron Strikes. I keep hearing about that one. It might be something I look into. A lot of the games, I remember there was that one that everyone wanted me to play like it was wanted you to do sword stuff, which is kind of interesting, but it's not. I'm more interested in the sandbox. Purple Heart Armor, yes, check them out. Ooh, don't stand there, Flynn. I need to pee. All right, I'm going to go to the bathroom really quick, and then I'm going to come back, and I am going to continue editing. I'm going to make sure that I take off my microphone so you can't hear me take a tinkle. Okay, returned from the tinkling. Mission. Oh, remember, we've only edited 1.5 videos. This is how long it takes for every video that we post, depending on the complexity, I suppose. But you can't just be up here. Nope, nope. Fine. You can't. He wants to lay on the keyboard, and I can't do that.
Like a French grip for.
Okay, so we're here. Okay.
Like a French.
Okay, so now I have to make Clark move too. So we'll go to our first one. We'll do a position on this one. And then we'll go back up to this. We'll go to our second keyframe. Come back down here. I'll move Clark down so that he has enough room.
Like a French grip foil or epee.
Now we're going to come here and we're going to keyframe. And then we're going to come back up here and we're going to keyframe. And we're going to go to the end of this. And then we're going to get this out of here. And then we're going to bring this guy back up. So it should.
Which may.
Now I got to use that same. I should just be able to steal this. That'd be great if I could steal this from my adjustment layer. Even though, ever thought of dabbling in bayonet fencing? I think we are going to do some bayonet fencing soon. There's a guy who wants to work with us. What video is coming out soonish? What video? I think I missed something. David, please. The giveaway. Okay, so the giveaway is still happening. We have to. So the giveaway on Sellsword Arts should be happening. We're going to end the sign-ups for it next week. Megan's gone, Clark's gone. I can't do it on my own. And then after we're done with that giveaway, we're doing the giveaway on Sellsword Fencing, which is still happening. It's just a lot of work to try and get them all done. So let's see. This is where it starts. Where's the second one? Boop. And then this. Okay, cool. That's about right.
Like a French grip.
Okay, no, it isn't right. I was wrong about being right. There's that. There's that. Huh. What? It says it's right. Interesting. Ah, I see what happened here. I see what happened here. That was a coincidence. No, it's not. Wait a minute. What? Yeah, it's not a coincidence. I just can't see it. There we go. Okay, so we're there. I'm going to move that to there, and I'm going to move that to there. And that should be it.
Like a French grip.
I think we can keep it a little bit longer. Cool. Now we'll just copy that. No, not control. Lutumio out throwing frisbee discs. It's my alone touch grass meditation time. Just posted a video on your Discord showing the serenity I get. Oh, that's cool. You know, I wish I could knife. The only thing I don't like about knife throwing is how loud it is, and we're doing it inside. But that's really serene to me, just throwing knives. I'll go check out that video later. All right, we got that. Now we're gonna go ahead. Literally just did the same thing twice. Start moving about here, so we're gonna go ahead and do that.
Which makes sense because Count Dooku was a classical foilist. It also makes it great at thrusting.
And then there's a choreography, which is mostly two-handed attacks to transition from.
Now I have to find that fight, so let's go to Attack of the Clones Dooku fight. I have to download that. I'm going to turn off the sound so that I don't get copyright infringed. Did I already have this one? I think I already have this one. Let's just check. Be great if I didn't have to download something else. Let's go to film, footage, clips and media, import. Okay, that's cool. Okay, that's cool. I think I have it. Do I have it? I guess we should set another goal. The same thing, another Q&A break is all I can think of. Unless, chat, if you have a funnier goal that I could accomplish alone while still being productive, here it is. Yep. That was a weird cut. Did you see that? It mostly makes sense. Okay, this is the scene I wanted. Okay, got that. Do we have the Revenge of the Sith one? Am I going to bother with that? Here it is again. No, it's just the kill. Don't think I have it from Revenge of the Sith. But this does what I wanted to do. So let's go ahead and take this up. Played what? I've played Half Sword. That should be the most answered question. Yes. All right. What do we got here?
A French grip foil or épée, which makes sense because Count Dooku was a classical foilist. It also make it great at thrusting.
And then there's a choreography, which is mostly two-handed attacks to transition. And then there's a choreography, which
It's right there. All right, let's get in there and do this. So now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to crop the bottom, size it up, give it a position. Then we're going to move position here, come down to here. Oops, not what I wanted to do. Boop. Ah! What just happened? Huh? It's wild. Okay, it's fine. I was confused. It was skipping me to another section that was very confusing. So for that, I'm going to have it off screen. And then it's going to come down. There's going to be...
which is most...
I think it's a little slow, so we're going to bring that in a little bit, make it faster. Then we're going to come in here. We're going to give this a keyframe. And then we're going to come back up here. We're going to move to the second keyframe and come down here. And we are going to keyframe this down so that I'm still on screen. David should make a video with intentionally software editing. Then he puts the same video but good editing next to it and posts it as a short. It seems like more work. I could just edit it right the first time. Okay, so now I've got this.
Two-handed attacks to transition from true edge to fall. Transition from true edge.
We'll stop that one here. Cut. Clear.
true edge to false edge.
Which you can do with something like the longsword.
Transition from true edge to false edge.
Which
Yeah, I wanted to be.
Attack to transition from true.
So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna do the same thing. So get me out of here. There we go, and we're gonna put a keyframe there. A keyframe there, and then we're gonna move to the end of this clip, and we're gonna move this up and off screen. Then we're gonna move this back to where it was. So now I've got this.
Which is mostly two-handed attack to transition from true edge to.
That's a little fast, but let's fix that. That's a little bit fast. Let's move this a little bit to there, and then we'll move back to this one to there. That's a little bit better.
From true edge.
There we go. That other one was too fast. All right, I think this should be fine. Let's bring this in here. Control V.
Which is mostly two-handed attack to transition from true edge to false edge.
There we go.
From true edge to false edge.
Which you can only do with something like the longsword.
Okay, another kill. Let's give the sound effect. Where'd my sound effects go? There it is.
Longsword.
A little slow.
Longsword.
There we go. Why did flails have chains attached? Ropes can be cut. We did a video about that with the meteor hammer. We cut a meteor hammer in mid-flight. It was kind of crazy. It hit Megan. It was insane.
Longsword. But what about in the Clone Wars when he does use more one-handed choreography?
Well,
Now I gotta find Dooku one-handed choreography. Did I already download that? That'd be really cool, David, if you downloaded that. If you already had that, wouldn't that be amazing if I had thought ahead? I doubt I have. No. What have I got in here? None of these look like the right scene. Need some Dooku choreography. Obi-Wan. No. None of these. Gotta download it. All right. Clone Wars Dooku Duel. See what we got. Oh no, it's some guy talking. No, okay, it's no talking. No. It's somebody's like fan animation, which I don't want. Where's the one with Dooku? Okay, here we go. This'll do. All right, what's going on, chat? Checking on the chat. I think we have a goal. I don't know how far we are towards it. Spear bow. It just would be worse as a spear than a normal spear. I don't know. It's fine. It's not the worst. Yeah, our normal schedule isn't this, but people are out of town, so I'm doing extra stuff. I'd make a blooper compilation if we didn't, so that we've thought about that before. We have a ton of bloopers, but the problem is we film, I think we have a quota of filming something along the lines of like 35 to 50 videos a week. So we film 35 to 50 video, more like 35 to 45 videos a week. and then we have to edit all of those. And I just don't have time. I do not have time to do bloopers. Have not reached the goal yet. Thank you, Death Pie. I cannot do a blooper compilation. I do not have the time. There's just too much.
Choreography.
Well, even then, they don't really take advantage.
The problem is you guys have been really cool. Some of you guys have been really cool about doing little clips of our live streams that have bloopers in them. But I cannot download the clips from YouTube. I have to download the whole, because YouTube doesn't let you do that. It's really stupid. It won't let me download clips from my own thing. So I would have to have, like, if anybody wanted to clip, they'd have to basically download the video from YouTube, physically clip it, and send it to me. Otherwise, I couldn't do bloopers.
Advantage of the unique design features.
Okay, an error. Why is this thing continually giving me errors? Did I go to the wrong? Oh, I know what I did wrong. No, this is on YouTube. There's no reason I should be getting an error. This is like the 3rd or 4th time I've been given an error on this. Getting annoyed. I need this to work. Why are you giving me an error? This is an easy one. Okay, it downloaded that time. Good. Okay, back to the assets folder. Now we can come up here. Now I've got to pull out this. He kind of uses like a saber here, but not great. It's cool. Anyway, that's good enough. All right, now we've got this clip. Okay.
Like the longsword. But what about in the Clone Wars when he does use more one-handed choreography?
Well, even then, they don't really take advantage of the unique design features of the lightsaber.
So basically, more one-handed choreography. Clone Wars when he does.
Okay, we got this. I'm gonna make this a little bit. We don't need the top of the frame. There's that. Now we're gonna do that thing where we go just a little bit in, give it a keyframe from down to here. Ah, shoot! I've made a boo boo. Hey, boo boo. And now we go up here, come down to here, give you a keyframe. And then we come back to here, down to there, here, there.
When he does use more one hand.
So slow. I'm a fool. Let's go to there. I can just fix that in the edit. Okay.
Use more one hand.
Cool, cool, cool. I don't think David has started. So I started Silk Song slightly, but we need to play Hollow Knight first. We played like 20 minutes of it. Now I have to play Hollow Knight. I can download YouTube full quality. I'm not worried about that. The problem is I can't. So like people will clip the stream through YouTube has a feature for that, and it'll play the clip on YouTube. But I can't. I mean, it's cool that it's there. Like I appreciate you guys doing it, and I can watch them, and they're fun. But I can't download them to then like use them and post them because that would be fun.
One-handed choreography.
Well, even then, they don't really take advantage of the unique design features of the lightsaber.
And we'll go ahead and do that here. We'll do keyframe. then we'll do out of the way. And then we'll come back here and we'll go back. Oopsies, my bad. Go back to this one. Keyframe, back to this one, out of the way. And then we'll do return. Ah, it's not what I meant to do. Do that.
The lightsaber.
There we go. So now we've got this. We'll use our little guy that we made earlier. V.
Lightsaber.
We'll just tear all that off.
Lightsaber.
So
Features of the lightsaber.
Okay, cool. And then we got to give me a pommel strike. We're going to do that with the sound effects. Let's see here.
So basically,
I'm using Premiere Pro, correct. Hello. Oh, thanks. I'm glad you like the stuff. I don't have a favorite mod. They're all great.
they got his sword wrong at every turn.
But the real question is Count Dooku still cool?
Ice cold.
Okay.
Everybody.
So now I have to G minus, let's do 20. G. Okay, let's add in this music, and this video should be done. Let's do something a little epic. What would Dooku have? I forgot about this song. I love this song. This is a good song for Dooku.
From true edge to false edge.
Cool.
Everybody,
And we mean everybody.
is wrong.
Okay, let's see what we got here, guys. This is what we got.
Everybody
And we mean everybody.
is wrong about Count Dooku's lightsaber. Starting with its original design inspiration.
The creator claims he drew inspiration from Filipino weapons like the barong.
And you can kind of see the resemblance between these two weapons, but there's a couple of issues.
First off, the barong is a one-handed sword.
Much like the messer, the barong has a beak at the end, and this means it's not going to slide out of your hand when you're killing someone. Also, like the barong, the messer has a straight hilt.
Meanwhile, Count Dooku's hilt is actually canted like a French grip foil or épée, which makes sense because Count Dooku was a classical foilist. It also makes it great at thrusting.
And then there's a choreography, which is mostly two-handed attacks to transition from true edge to false edge.
Which you can only do with something like the longsword. But what about in the Clone Wars when he does use more one-handed choreography?
Well, even then, they don't really take advantage of the unique design features of the lightsaber.
So basically, they got his sword wrong at every turn.
But the real question is Count Dooku still cool?
Ice cold.
Cool. That's the video, guys. We did it. All we got to do now is add in our adjustment layer to get some of the stuff. The technical term stuff. No, I don't want to do that. I'm just going to steal. I'm going to steal from a different thing because I am lazy.
Everybody
And we mean everybody.
is wrong about Count Dooku's lightsaber. Starting with its original design inspiration.
The creator claims he drew inspiration from Filipino weapons like the barong.
And you can kind of see the resemblance between these two weapons.
Cool. That is a video. I've made a video. I mean, we made it. The team made it. You too, dear viewer. You made this video with me. You were here. We made it together. What a lovely day. I'm very good in the house. Oops. I guess I don't know if we've got a goal going. I gotta think of a better goal than just Q&A. What's a good goal? I can't think, chat. I don't know. Clark is in Japan. I like that video, though. That was a good video. Did I send it to the meeting? All right, let's go here. Now we're going to do...
In a previous video, we talked about how no one in Star Wars uses the lightsaber.
Like a saber, but everybody kept shouting.
What about Count Dooku?
Well, what about Count Dooku? He doesn't use it like a saber either. Ugh.
Case and point. You can see that here he's mostly using like a generic two-handed sword.
But what about...
We're just going to use the same clips because this is basically the same thing. So let's see.
Claims he drew inspiration.
Only two-handed.
We had two different ideas with this.
You can see. You can see. You can see.
Okay, let's see. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and keyframe this. Come back up here, go to here, back to here, bring it down.
You can see that here he's mostly using like a generic.
Come back in here, go to the next keyframe, come down here, keyframe, come back up here, go to the next keyframe, back up here, go to reset. There we go, look at that, it's so much easier.
You can see that here he's mostly using like a generic two-handed sword.
But what about in the animated series?
Well, it's a little bit better. There's some saber technique. Well, it's
The animated series.
So we're just gonna steal that again. These videos are similar but slightly different, and so I think they'll both do well, but I don't know. Let's go ahead and group these together so I don't have to do that again. What is chat saying? Megan's at a conference, Clark's in Japan. I'm alone. Just me and Flynn. Just me and Flynn. No Clark November. It kind of is no Clark November. He's gone the whole month doing, oh no, I did the thing again. Doing Japan. He's doing Japan. How many hours a day do I spend editing? Many hours.
Everybody else does.
well.
Okay, let's figure this out. So we're gonna start off by keyframing this scene here. Come back up here. Uh-oh. Oh no, because I grouped it. I can't do that. Ungroup. There we go. Now we're gonna go here, down to here. We're going to bring this down to here.
Animated series.
Well, it's a little bit better. There's some saber technique.
But he's still using it like everybody else does. Everybody else does a generic one-handed sword. Using it like everybody else does.
Yeah, you can see them doing the same thing. Look. Okay, we'll go to the out point, keyframe, back, and return.
Well, it's a little bit better. There's some saber technique.
But he's still using it like everybody else does, a generic one-handed sword. If you really want to see a generic one-handed sword.
This is where we do the choreography. That's why this is a fun one.
If you really want to see...
Oops. Oops.
If you really want to see what dueling saber-style lightsaber choreography would look like, it would look like this.
All right, now I gotta do sound effects, which is always a pain in the butt. We're gonna add in some lightsaber sound effects, ladies, gents, and otherwise. Let's see, sound effects, lightsaber sound effects, composited clashes. Clark has not edited a video. He does not know how to edit. That's not his specialty. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. We need a swift. Where'd it go? Saber swing. That's too long. Oh, he's not in. Let's go by name. That's a good one. Where is it? Oh. That's not actually a cut. Okay, so I was wrong about that. That's not actually what I thought it was. So we need another clash there. What's chat saying? Grievous' style. We did that already when I got on Clark's back. Clark is clarking it right now. Oh, that's cool. Your brother does HEMA? What do I do? Whose voice do I get tired of listening while editing? I actually don't have that problem. I just kind of edit forever. Can I set a goal on here? Oh, look at that. I can set goals from here. Ah, that's awesome. Let's see, make sure this is on. Let's Q&A break. Q and A break. Eats. And I'll get food, I guess, because I'm hungry. I don't know if we're towards that, but now it's like up here and official, and they'll tell me how far we actually are, so whatever. Okay, hey David, I got in big trouble with the missus for spending too much. Oh no, Hunter, no, don't get in trouble, please. Only spend what you can that you can't do. I don't want to get you in trouble. Get real tired of that buffering, though. I will say that. I shouldn't have to deal with that. Anyway, back to saber clashes. That's a good one. I like that one. Nah, not for that. That's a better one for that one. That one's big, though. Clark is not here right now. He's gone for a while. You have to deal with just me. I know it's so hard. It's not like I did the channel alone for years. Never allow it. That's the swipe I wanted. That's the kill. Where is it? Multiple body hits. That's what I want right there. I want another swing. Where's the swings? Have to make a new one. All right, guys. So what we got? Ready?
But what do we know?
Okay, so I have to decide what I'm doing for this. I was either going to post our HEMA ratings, which no one will understand, or post a picture of all of our medals, or post a picture of us fencing saber from the finals. Oh, the mic spike. Yeah. We've got new mics coming in. Let's see. What's the best idea? Because the whole joke here is like people say we don't know what we're talking about when it comes to saber, but we're both very highly ranked saber. The medals on the wall don't really, because they're not, all of them aren't for saber. So I don't know if that's as good. Do the medals. I don't have, if I put them all around my neck, it'd be funnier if they were there. I'd have to do a cutaway. The finals, let's take a look at us fencing in finals. Let me find that footage. I think it's in here. It was the last match, so or the last event. Where is it? That's saber, right? I think so. Clark and I were the first match that day. That's longsword. That is saber. That is Scott and Clark. That's longsword. Oh, these are not in order. Hold on. Let me see. This is a different event. That is still longsword. Saber. That's me and Clark and saber. How many? Oh, it's all the different takes. Okay, what's the best take? Okay, so that's all of our matches. We're going to go ahead and pull them in here. They're not going to be in the right format. This is a good match. What's our best exchange? This is interesting. Don't love this audio. I don't know why the audio is so bad. I'm gonna check on that. It was something must have been wrong that day. Maybe it's because it's in the wrong. Let me just check something really quick because I'm worried about this now. Yeah, the audio's scuffed. Okay. I'm gonna check something because I'm a little bit worried about that. Day one was fine. No, they're all like that. Maybe there's a way to fix it. Maybe it's something to do with the interesting. I'll have to take a look at that. I've not had that happen before. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do. I'll just do a video that we already have. That'll be easier. Because this isn't gonna be a good one for this. Less intense than a standard work schedule slightly. Yes, it's hard. We've been fencing each other so long that when we fight each other at finals, it was hilarious. Placement in the tournament. I competed in 3 weapons. I competed in longsword, saber, and rapier. I got silver second in rapier. And longsword, I came in 5th. I was in the finals, but I didn't quite make it to the podium. And then in saber, I was 3rd, but I was 1 point away from silver. So let's see. What can I'll just do a bit of us fencing from earlier. Hold on a second. Let me find something. Back to our project. Oh, hey! You're Jeremy's son? That's fun. Well, I'm sorry I missed you at the event. It was Simbrogi's event. I'm not going to switch. I understand that DaVinci Resolve has color stuff, but I like the Premiere Pro ecosystem. I've been using it for years, and I'm not going to switch. I do not have time to learn a whole new ecosystem. Anyway, I was looking for the project we were in. Where did that project go? My eyes hurt. My brain hurts. All right, so I'm not going to use those. Let's go ahead and find... Let's go to assets. And we'll find some of our saber fencing. Yeah, I might as well. I don't know if people understand HEMA ratings. We'll give it a try. It sucks because they're not updated. And after this, they would have been higher. But, no, I don't want to do that. It's about to be higher. No, that's something else. I'll just get some footage of us fencing. Because no one understands what HEMA ratings are. So I won't do that. We'll do something else. Uh-oh. Where did it go? We'll go into the fencing stuff. Who said they were Jeremy's son? I want to make sure that L Takesman. That's a really funny name. Need to see y'all soon. Yeah, it'd be good to spar you again. We've sparred before, right? Well, if not, it'd be good to do it. Anyway, yeah, I hope to see you at one of the events. I'm hoping I get to come down there and train with you guys sometime soon too. I don't know. L Takesman is like a really good. So L Takesman. All right, looking for. I'm supposed to be finding this, and I keep not doing that. All right, videos. Let's see. Where's the fencing videos? Where's the one with Clark versus me? There's a really good saber one, but it's got music, which is fine, I suppose. Because they're all out of order. Hold on. Oh, there it is. No, it isn't. Never mind. Nothing's correct. Everything's wrong. Clark and David. Aha, this is the one that was really good. So we'll use this one. There was a couple of really good exchanges in this. Oh, no, it's just all... Okay.
In a previous video, we talked...
No, it's something... Okay. Lucky me, The audio is only scuffed on my headphones. Huh. That is not good. Hold on a second. Let me try something. You're going to lose audio for a second here. Okay.
Well, what about
Okay, it's fixed. I thought the audio was just scuffed.
Count Dooku?
We got it. We got it. We fixed it, chat. We fixed it. All right. I was really worried because I thought the entire audio for the tournament was scuffed, and I was like, oh, God. Where's that really cool exchange? There it is. There we go. That'll be what it is. But what do we know? And then, Okay, I think we got it, guys.
In a previous video, we talked about...
Okay, we currently have this video almost done. How long have we been going? An hour and a half, wow. I saved all the harder videos because I got all the other ones done really quick. Okay. Now I have to give it some music. So let's find the music. What's a good one for this one? It's more Count Dooku. What did I do in the last one? I think it was a good sound for Dooku. Let's get... This was a good... Let's do that.
In a previous video, we talked about how no one in Star Wars uses the lightsaber
Like a saber, but everybody kept shouting.
What about Count Dooku? In a previous video, we talked about how no one in Star Wars uses the lightsaber
Like a saber, but everybody kept shouting.
What about Count Dooku?
Well, what about Count Dooku? He doesn't use it like a saber either.
I forgot a kill. I forgot to stab Clark. How could I? I can't leave Clark unstabbed. This is not acceptable.
Case and point. You can see that. You can see that here. You can see that here he's mostly using like a generic two-handed sword.
But what about in the animated series?
Well, it's a little
All
bit
right.
better. There's some saber technique.
But he's still using it like everybody else does, a generic one-handed sword. If you really want to see what dueling saber-style lightsaber choreography would look like, it would look like this.
Yes, using Premiere Pro. Thank you, the Death Spy.
But what do we know?
Okay, this has got to be a little bit...
But what do we know? What do we know?
All right, there we go.
In a previous video, we talked about how no one in Star Wars uses the lightsaber
Like a saber, but everybody kept shouting.
What about
That's too. Oh, no, it's not. David, stop doing that. You can't keep doing that. Gotta remember. Gotta remember. Now it's done. All right, now. Where are we? Okay. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like the content. Sorry, this is like low energy. Been working too much, David. This is editing mode, David. PC. What's going on? Oh, yeah. Do. The Karis? I know a Chris, like the wavy dagger. It's not like, it's fine, yeah. There's multiple instances of a kind of a wavy sword throughout history in different cultures. Is this still bad? No, it's gone. All right.
In a previous video, we talked about how no one in Star Wars uses.
Cool. All right, so I've got that one done. I've got that one done. I think this one was, oh no, don't do that to me. Okay, no, it's fine. It's fine. What is that blue thing? It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, that one's done. Fire Emblem is done. That one's done. These are the fencing videos. We'll see if we do those. Oh god, all of these are so hard. All of the ones I saved for myself are all the very difficult ones.
In a previous video, we tested if Atsu from Ghost of Yotei's sword.
Okay, that one I do have. Go back to the assets folder because I finished that yesterday. That went out today. Let's see.
In the Ghost of Yotei, after you've slain an enemy, you can pick up their sword and throw it at somebody else. But is this actually practical?
Let's find out.
Wait, what?
Yes.
Practical. But is this actually practical?
Let's find out.
Okay, we're gonna do a couple of things here. I'm gonna give it an effect so you know that it is yeah, I've been going for almost 2 hours now of editing. It's getting into it. I'm trying to see the questions. I don't know, where are we on the goal? I think the goal expired. Oh, no one, we are 0 towards the goal and it expires in 8 minutes. So the dono goal for the Q&A break. Guess I should like, the other streams are easier to keep tabs on goals and to do things, right? Like, cause we're filming, but we can still talk to the camera. All consuming, and I must get it done. Oh, that's cool. I'm glad that you and your kids like our videos. How do you cope? I never cope. And then we do that like hardcore, back-to-back starts playing in my face. What is it, the Chad guy? No, Hunter, you're great. I don't expect you to. It's fine. Let's see. So we got this. Black and white.
Video,
Let's find out.
wait, what?
Yes.
So we got that. I want to do a vignette. Do we have a vignette? No. I also don't know how to spell vignette. We got video effects. I could shoot myself, but I'm tired. Oh, there we go. That's what I wanted. Well, we can't do chromatic aberration because we've got black and white. Let's see what this looks like.
Yotei's sword throwing was practical. But is this actually practical? Let's find out. Wait, what? Yes.
I want an echo. Let's see. Echo.
Is this actually
Oh no, that's a visual effect. Never mind. Where's the audio effect? We'll do slight delay.
practical? Let's find out.
So it's too long. Effects control. Where's my delay? Delay. Let's do 0.005 seconds.
But is this actually practical?
Oh, that's too. Where did it go? We'll do 0.05 seconds.
Is this actually
Can I mix?
practical? But is this actually practical? Let's find out. Wait, what? Yes.
Okay, that's exactly what I wanted. Now we'll do my bars and tones.
Yes. Yes.
So now I've got this little like dream sequence.
Yotei's sword throwing was practical. But is this actually practical? Let's find out. Wait, what? Yes.
There we go.
But people said the video was too short and they wanted us to elaborate.
So fine, Tay, we're gonna talk about it.
Throwing a sword is actually very practical.
Especially if it's not your sword.
The biggest problem about throwing a sword is that you don't have a sword anymore.
But if you take a sword off a guy you just murked, no downsides at all.
In fact, we have several sources talking about throwing swords, like Fiore and Mike Hunt.
That's his name! His name is Michael Hunt! I'm gonna bleep that out before YouTube yells at me.
Fiore and Mike Hunt.
Okay. I swear that's his name. It's his name! It's got a D in it. Hunt. Mike Hunt. That's his name! Michael. I have to censor it. I actually got blocked for foul language one time on YouTube, so I censor it every time now.
Mike Hunt. Like Fiore and Mike Hunt.
I do not stream on Twitch because I don't know how to do it.
Several sources talking about throwing swords, like
Let's find my pictures because I have pictures of both of these. Fiore is throwing his sword. Where is it? I like that one better. Where's good old Michael something so-and-so? Not that one. Where are you? I know you're in here. I've used this picture a million times. There's him with the gun. Where's him with the sword throw? Mike, don't make me go look this up again. Aha!
In fact, we have several sources talking about throwing swords, like Fiora.
I am currently editing. Editing, streaming, behind the scenes streaming, behind the scenes streaming. Next we'll do a behind your scenes scening streaming. Okay. Do that. And the other one is here.
Like Yotei. Swords, like
Now I have to do the same thing we did earlier. Shoot, I have to do that. So now I've got to keyframe this. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to come in here. We're going to give this a position, come up here. 1, 2, right about there. I'm going to give this position, going to go back. We're going to get this up and out of the way. And then we're going to come down to here. And then we're going to go, actually, sorry, we're going to have to find that secondary position, come down to here and move it to about there. So it'll go.
swords, like Fiora. And
Now we're going to take Fiore and we're going to zoom him off screen. So we're going to do, I wonder if I could just use a preset. That'd be super cool. That'd be awesome. Let's try that. Oh, my ankle hurts. Beat Saber. This is a ADHD mode, not ADHD or this is a locked in mode, not ADHD goblin mode. All right, let's see. Transitions. Where was that one I had yesterday? Directional blur. X controls. Want the angle to be, I think it's, if 0 is down, wasn't it 270? So that would be, there it is.
my
So now it looks like this.
It's like Fiore and my That's his real name.
We've even done a video testing this.
Ha!
Now, granted, in the game, Atsu never misses her target, regardless of how far away the target is.
Okay, so now we have to add in our little blur, which I foolishly closed those windows because I didn't think I needed again, but hey, I'm always happy to come back and scavenge more stuff from ourselves. Where is this? This is the thing I need. Okay, so we're just going to post that right there.
Like Fiore. That's his real name.
We've even done a video testing this.
Ha!
Now, granted, in the game, Atsu never misses her target, regardless of how far away the target is.
Yeah, if I threw my only weapon and I missed,
We've even...
I guess I should do the video that we've done. It's just annoying to keep finding it over and over again. We have so many videos. Okay, let me find that video. Where's throwing a sword? We have so many long form videos and no one even knows they exist. Knife throw. Where's the throwing a sword video? Throwing a sword. Dapper David and Reality Check return? Eventually, I suppose. Let's see what we got here.
That hit me.
that did. This is real name.
We've even...
Okay. All right. Now I have to do the same thing on this. Okay. So now we're going to do whoop. About there. Position. Come back to the beginning of this clip. Take it up and out. Position this here. Come to the next thing. Come down to here. Move this down to about here.
We've even done a video testing this. We've even done a video testing this. We've even done a video testing.
All right. Beep boop. Beat Saber, eventually mayhaps. I have a big forehead because I have so much brains. I don't understand any of the heading stuff. All right, I think this is almost done.
This. Ha! Now, granted, in the game, Atsu never...
It's just an extra.
There's basically...
Now we have to do the text. All right. Let's see here. So now I've got to do this.
In a previous video, we tested if Atsu...
Atsu. I don't know how to spell Atsu. A-T-S-U, I think. Let me check. Yep, A-T-S-U. Ghost of Yotei.
Yotei's sword throwing was practical. But is this actually practical? Let's find out. Wait, what? Yes.
But people said the video was too short and they wanted us to elaborate.
So fine, Jay, we're gonna...
So the video was quotes. I find this small thing funny. They wanted us to elaborate.
Short and they wanted us to elaborate.
So fine, Jay, we're gonna talk about it.
Throwing a sword is actually very practical.
Especially if...
In fact, we have very practical.
Especially if it's not your sword.
The biggest problem about throwing a sword is that you don't have a sword anymore.
But if you take a sword off... But if you take a sword off a guy you just murked... no downsides at all!
In fact, we have several sources talking about throwing swords, like Fiore and my...
And my.
That's his real name!
We've even done a video testing this. Ha! Now granted, in the game, Atsu never... Ha! Now target, regardless of how far away the target is...
Yeah, if I threw my only weapon and I missed...
You'd be screwed.
But because she's throwing a weapon that is just an X... Throwing a weapon that is just an extra...
There's basically no doubt.
Okay. All right. Or a punchy one. Ooh, stretching. Stretching is good. Don't turn off computer. Okay. Almost done with this one.
In a previous video, we tested if Atsu from Ghost of Yotei...
Okay. Oh. Okay, so let's see if this worked.
In a previous video, we tested if Atsu from Ghost of Yotei's sword throwing was practical. But is this actually practical? Let's find out. Wait, what? Yes.
But people said the video was too short and they wanted us to elaborate.
So fine, Jay, we're gonna talk about it.
Throwing a sword is actually very practical.
Especially if it's not your sword.
The biggest problem about throwing a sword is that you don't have a sword anymore.
But if you take a sword off a guy you just murked, no downsides at all.
In fact, we have several sources talking about throwing swords, like Fiore and my... That's his real name.
We've even done a video testing this. Ha! Now granted, in the game, Atsu never... Now...
This is...
Ha! Now granted, in the game, Atsu never misses her target regardless of how far away the target is.
Yeah, if I threw my only weapon and I missed...
You'd be screwed.
But because she's throwing a weapon that is just an extra...
There's basically no downside.
Okay, now we just have to add the effect to make sure that it looks good. And then we've got to add the music.
In a previous video...
Let's go to... I figure we're probably just going to use this Japanese music I've been using for a while.
In a previous video, we tested if Atsu from Ghost of Yotei's sword throwing was practical. But is this actually practical? Let's find out. Wait, what?
Throwing a sword is actually very practical.
Especially if it's... Yotei's sword throwing was practical. But is this actually practical? Let's find out.
But people said the video was too short and they wanted us to elaborate.
So fine, Jay, we're gonna talk.
Ah, that was not It said 35 instead of 3. What's going on here? G3. There we go. Okay, I think this one's done too. Let's take a look at it, guys.
In a previous video, we tested if Atsu from Ghost of Yotei's sword throwing was practical. But is this actually practical? Let's find out. Wait, what? Yes.
But people said the video was too short and they wanted us to elaborate.
So fine, Tay, we're gonna talk about it.
Throwing a sword is actually very practical.
Especially if it's not your sword.
The biggest problem about throwing a sword is that you don't have a sword anymore.
But if you take a sword off a guy you just murked, no downsides at all.
In fact, we have several sources talking about throwing swords, like Fiore and my cunt. That's his real name.
I don't like that transition.
And my cunt. That's his real name.
We've even done a video testing this. Ha! Now granted, in the game, Atsu never misses her target regardless of how far away the target is.
Yeah, if I threw my only weapon and I missed,
You'd be screwed.
but because she's throwing a weapon that is just an extra,
There's basically no downside.
Cool, that's done. All right. A little bit slower than normal just because these are harder videos and because I'm talking to chat, but about 4 videos in 2 hours. That's on the slower side, but these are more complicated videos, so about a video every half an hour. So now you know how long it takes to make all of our videos. These are medium tier difficulty videos for the shorts. So generally the shorts will take me between, on a really short one, 15 minutes, and on a hard one, 30 minutes. And then they also take about 20 to, between 15 and 30 minutes usually to film a short. So in general, and then there's scheduling too. So generally each short takes somewhere around an hour. And then there's all the other stuff like setup. Like when you put all of it together, it's probably close to an hour and a half to make, edit, and produce a short. And we do 5 a day. And then that's for the easy ones. The longer ones, the harder ones take longer. Some of the shorts actually take forever, depending on how complicated we're getting. We all saw you replacing that one bit. Sleep. Do I look that tired? There are accessibility options for HEMAists who need wheelchairs. That is a thing. Most clubs will work with you. So if you are in a wheelchair or you have some other mobility accessibility need, most clubs will do their best to work with you on that. It buffers. I don't know what's going on. YouTube has been buffering for us for a while. This computer shouldn't be buffering. I'm going to go back through and see if I can do something about my settings, but the internet's fine, the computer's fine, the settings seem to be fine. I think that YouTube has just been doing a bad job recently, and it's pretty annoying. So that is what it is. It just buffers for a second every once in a while. I don't know, man. That is, I think, it for today. I have quite a bit more editing to do, as you can see. Let me see. I'm going to organize everything so that I know where it's going. So we just did Ghost of Yotei Throw 2. I think these are all ones that we completed yesterday, if I remember. Oh, is this one done? Yes. Yes, so we did all of these yesterday. Oh, I didn't mean to put that in here. Is there anything else in here? Did all of those as well. Yeah, so what have we got left? So we've got 8 more videos in here to edit. Plus I've got all of the fencing videos left to do. And I really probably need to make more gaming videos, even though you guys don't watch those. Please go watch my gaming videos. It lets me play video games, which I don't get to do otherwise. Yeah, I know, right? It's funny. So I don't actually watch that many shorts. I don't watch a lot of stuff at all because I'm, as you can see, very busy. Most of my time is producing, not consuming content. And like every once in a while, I'll go into the shorts feed and like watch some stuff, and oh my god, a lot of it is just somebody took like a clip of a TV show, and then like put AI over it or something. I don't know. It's kind of depressing. I know there are still awesome shorts creators out there. Don't get me wrong. I've collaborated with a lot of people in our sphere. I know people are doing a good job, but man, it's kind of depressing. So YouTube did enact this thing that I think is good, where they're not going to monetize reused content, AI content, or anything like that. So hopefully that means that we'll see less of that kind of really low effort content out there, and it'll be more, yeah, YouTube's playing up. I know. It's being dumb. It's buffering and stuff, so it is what it is. Yeah, so like I think that people don't like it. I think most people don't like the AI content. It's all devoid of. I've tried using some of the AI tools just to see if it could help me be more productive. Like, I'll take one of my long streams. There was a couple of these softwares out there that were supposed to like be able to clip your stream and find the funny moments of them. And I was like, okay, that makes sense, right? It's my videos. I made the video. I made the stream. This is a tool that can help me like sort through it quickly instead of manually doing it. I thought maybe that would be a good use of it. And boy, was it bad. It found a bunch of really, all the clips are bad. It didn't know what it was doing. It was terrible. Like, I feel like those kind of things, there is a use case for, I don't like generative AI. Generative AI is almost always bad. It's creating, like trying to create art to do stuff. But like as an organizational tool, there are uses for AI, like helping you organize through your own stuff. Like if I have a 3-hour long stream, being able to reuse that content to like find little stream clips and do stuff. Will you be able to use stream clips in shorts, or does that count as reusing? No, that's fine because it's my content. So like using stream clips of my own stuff is fine because we made it, right? And that's just a way for people to see more of our stuff. If we have a really funny moment on stream, if you didn't see it live, you're probably not going to see it again. So it totally makes sense to clip that moment and make a short out of it. That's not low effort content. That's just like finding the funny moments in a stream. That's fine. It's when it's like if somebody else did that and they had a whole channel that was just posting other people's stream clips and they were trying to monetize it, like that to me is weird because they didn't do that work. They did the work of finding it, which I guess is work, but I feel like you have to produce the content, you know? That's just my opinion, though. I really wish YouTube would let me download, because a lot of the community has done a great job of clipping the streams. I went on the other day and I saw all of them. They're really, really cool. Oh, by the way, thank you, Violet Ninja. I didn't even see I just saw your thing. I didn't say thank you for the donation. They're really cool, but YouTube will not let me download them. I have to like manually. Let's see. Just checking the chats. I really appreciate you doing that. I just gotta find a way to get them. It's annoying that YouTube won't let me download them because that would make my life easier. Archive channels? I don't know enough about what that is. Like I said, I don't actually consume that much content. I mostly just produce it. Anytime somebody, if you use somebody else's content to make content, you have to transform it in order for it to be yours. So like if I take like a fight scene from somebody else's thing, like React content where it's like I sit there and I go, that was dumb. Like that's action. But if I look at a fight scene, it's buffering again. But if I look at a fight scene and I break it down, I'm like, see what they're trying to do here is this, this, and this. Because I have expertise as a fight choreographer and as a fencer, so I have something to say about it. And while I think critique is not as high of an art, in my opinion, because I'm that way, as producing, I think it still has value. So that's fine. That's transformative in my mind. But it can't just be like React content that is just sitting there and looking at the screen, I think is garbage. You've got to do something. You've got to do something to make it yours. So you can download, so the thing about it is like I can download anything from YouTube, but there's a function on YouTube where you guys can clip the streams, and a lot of you have. I've been looking at the little clips feature, like Violet Ninja does a lot of this. The only issue is that I can only download the full stream. I can't download that like 20-second clip. I would have to look at the timestamps on that, download the full stream, and then manually cut out the timestamps. And that doesn't sound as hard, but I mean, you just saw what went into making these 4 videos and how much time that took. I just don't have the time to do that. So like, and I don't really think I want to hire a person just to go back and clip my videos, because it's not really a good use of money when, like, you know, we're going to hire some editors to help so that we can make more content for you, but those are going to be kind of mostly for fun. So I don't know what to do about that. Thanks, Brad. We try to put a lot of effort into our videos. I like the idea of like all of our shorts. So a lot of the shorts, I guess, because I don't really watch shorts, but a lot of the shorts out there are more low effort, where they're just taking somebody else's stuff and putting audio over it, or taking a movie clip and putting some text over it. Inherently bad to enjoy. It is fun sometimes to enjoy what I call mindless content, but all of our shorts are kind of supposed to be the same effort as a long form video. Like, I want to get as much information across as I can in the minute and a half we have, and still have interesting transitions, have good video quality, and do everything else. And I think shorts can be a way to be really creative and to have, I mean, if you did that, Violet Ninja, I would appreciate it, and I'd probably use a lot of them in funny stuff, but that is a lot of work to ask you to do for no money. So only do that if you really want to. I appreciate all the stuff you do, just please don't overwork yourself. But yeah, so like, I don't know what I'm saying. Yeah, I want all of our shorts to be like high effort shorts, you know what I'm saying? So far, it does not let me download by timestamp. It lets me download by the full video. Unless there's a way to do it, I just don't know it. I'm not the most technologically savvy. Hunter joined the Discord. Awesome. I need to be in the Discord more. I'm just too busy. Yeah, I think the AI, generative AI, as art is a fad. There's already an AI bubble. We're already looking at like AI companies not knowing how to actually monetize stuff. Like that Sora app. Who is that for? Who's watching that? Like, it's tech bros and crypto bros and AI bros. They all salivate over this technology, but inherently they're not creatives. And so they're just kind of doing it to do it. And there's something to be said for technology for the sake of technology, to see what it can do. But trying to use it to make art is just weird to me. Like, it all feels very soulless. It only exists because they're scraping from real artists to make it work. And I don't think people like it. I don't think that people actually watch it or enjoy it or look at it. Maybe I'm wrong, but, you know, post up like a villain because I am a villain. Yeah, but I know that YouTube recently enacted or is about to enact a new rule where you can't monetize any AI, generative AI content. You can't monetize reused content, so that's like posting somebody else's stuff. And I'm really hoping they extend that to the people who just like post a clip from a TV show with like music behind it or something. Like I find that it just clogs up the shorts feed. That's all I find. Like if I go to watch something, that's all I see over and over again. I really want to see people creating like skits, like or even other things like political, like updating people on news and stuff like that. All of those are fine when you're creating something, when you're generating something. But when you're just blip blop blooping. And like, don't get me wrong, I think that there's applications for AI to an extent, maybe generative AI. I don't know about that, but like, I mean, we've been using it. I've got a thing right here, right? Like, look, this is Lumetri Color. I've got an auto button. I press the auto button, it does stuff for me, right? That's AI. This is AI. It's not generative AI. But it is a type of artificial intelligence that knows how to color code. And to me, someone who's colorblind, this is an accessibility tool. Using AI like that makes sense to me, right? Like, so if I've got footage that, like this is desaturated footage, and it's desaturated because it's done in RAW. I press this button, all of a sudden it looks good now. This isn't perfect. Somebody who was a color artist could do much better than this, right? Like somebody who specialized in color correction would make this look way cooler, and they could do more than me. And I would never say that what I just did is artistry when it comes to color correction. But as a filmmaker who's colorblind, an accessibility tool that lets me get closer to what I want, I think that that's very valuable. And I just have to know that, like, I would never call myself a colorist. I wouldn't say that, oh yeah, because that's an actual job. People have a whole job where all they do is color grade footage. I could never do that. But now I can make my footage look pretty okay without, and I can do a little bit of stuff, but I can't actually see what I'm doing. But it's very helpful to do things like that. And there's other things, right? Like the text caption thing that I do on here, right? Like all of this text, this was made by AI to an extent, right? Like I'm dyslexic, so I'm very bad at, I'm not good at reading. I'm not great at writing. I have terrible penmanship, and I can't do it. But I'm the one who said all those words, right? I'm the one who made the script. I'm the one who did that. And then having a button that lets it auto caption, and I still have to go in here and fix things, right? But it auto captions it, which saves me time. And again, I'm not a typist. I'm not a captioner. That is a whole nother job. Somebody could make these look really cool. They could make them fly in. They could make them do stuff. That's not what I want to do. So I feel like using AI as a tool is useful. I don't think that it should be used as a creative source. Yeah, am I AI? Yes, I'm AI. I'm really hoping that they start to introduce more rules to get rid of that stuff, because I really do think that people don't like it, and I think that it hurts the platforms, right? Like, if you go on TikTok or on YouTube and all you're gonna see is junk, you won't go. You'll do something else. I know that we're all addicted to doom scrolling, I guess, but I do think that there comes a limit where we don't want to do that anymore. And I feel like the platforms themselves are probably understanding that we're on this precipice. If they allow AI to be monetized and put onto their platforms, so we crank out so much content. I put out 5 videos a day across all of our different channels, sometimes 6, sometimes 7, depending. And I'm working myself to the bone to do it, right? our team works really hard, and you've seen what it takes. It takes a lot of effort. An AI generative thing, they can make 60, 70, 80 videos with a click of a button. How could I ever compete with that? Now, none of those videos are going to be good. They're going to be terrible, but it doesn't matter, right? Like, it doesn't matter. Volume will crush artistry, and we've seen it in the past. I think that if we want to have creative expression on social media, AI needs to be generative AI as art needs to be something that is not monetizable. If it wants to still be there, whatever. I think there should just be rules about it. You can't monetize it. You can't use it to monetize something else. Just my musings. This is Premiere Pro. DFW fencing. So there's quite a few. I don't know where the Texas Motor Speedway is because I don't actually know much about Dallas. But there's quite a few places in Dallas. The one that I go to is Dallas School of Historical Fencing. Right now, they're between locations. They should be getting a new location very soon. I know there's also like 3 or 4 more. Scholar St. George, Valiant, Vierblassen. There's a bunch of places in Dallas. This is Premiere Pro, not DaVinci Resolve. All right. Sleep Sellsword. I recommend Dallas School of Historical Fencing because it's the one I go to, and I know that it's a really competitive and good school. But go with whatever you're close to. And also, you can probably cross-train. You can probably go from one to the other and just check them all out. I do have a beard. It's not a very long beard, but I do have a beard. I keep it short because I don't like it to be itchy. Oh, the Reykjavik Club? I've heard about the Reykjavik Iceland Club. I'd like to go and visit someday. I want to go visit Reykjavik. Glad you found club. Clash Royale, I haven't heard of it, so... The whole reviewing weapons thing is interesting. Like, we've tried a couple different ways to do that. The biggest problem is having the props. Videos where we have the prop in hand always do so much better than videos where we have like a picture on screen. And putting the picture on screen, I don't know if you were watching earlier, but it's quite a bit of work to put the picture on screen. It's like a lot more effort for that video. And if we're just looking at a picture, like when we are out on the studio floor talking about a thing, we don't actually have the picture in front of us, so we can kind of like memorize what it looks like, but we don't have the visual reference while we're making the video, so it's a little bit harder. And so we don't do a lot of like reviewing X weapon unless we have X weapon in our hands. We've done a couple of them where we've done them with our like picture review software, and those have like some of them have done well and some of them haven't. And so those also, we're getting new microphones soon, and I'm hoping that those microphones make it a lot easier to do those recording streams, because these microphones tend to peak and be bad. But once that happens, hopefully we'll be able to do a couple more review videos. I just don't do them as often. Reverse grip a turkey for Thanksgiving. Yes, it's early. I don't care. Also, reverse grip. It is the earliest you could be without stepping on Halloween. I will give you that is now Thanksgiving time. Also, reverse grip the editing software. I don't want to reverse grip it. I just learned how to do it. It's so hard. Reverse gripping the turkey, would that just be eating the bone side of the leg? I don't know, man. Thank you, by the way. The worst way to half wear headphones? No, this is the best way to half wear headphones. I feel great. Time to learn CGI. I can CGI in. CGI is so hard, guys. Like, it would triple the editing time for even a very basic effect. So the Star Wars video that we have that's currently on the homepage, Balance Part 2, or Balance, I think it's The Last Chance. That took so long to edit because I assumed that the lightsabers were going to look better than they did, but I had to do rotoscoping, and that's a very simple effect. It's a plug-in, and then it's just frame by frame editing. But even that took so long, and then the masking, it's so much stuff. We just got back from a tournament. We just got back from a tournament this last week. And yeah, when we go to a tournament, it is interesting because everybody like knows us, and so we have to perform well. It's a lot of pressure. Finland? What about Finland? 100 me or one gorilla? I think 100 of me could take out one gorilla. Do I get like a sword? Because that would help a lot. Yes, we do have footage of the tournament. I'm going to have to edit it here in a minute. Though I'm probably going to go off live here pretty soon because I'm very hungry. Am I into Warhammer? I enjoy aspects of it. I think my favorite stuff is like the eldritch horror aspects of it. I'm a sucker for eldritch horror. So I like that a lot. Something about pie is going on. I don't know. I have seen the fight in the Deluge. It is a good fight. Oh, hi, Toxic Sphinx. I do like eldritch horror. It is very good. Oh, cool. You found the props from the site. That's awesome. Yeah, if you guys don't know, sellswordarts.com, we have a website, and there's a lot of stuff there. One of the things that we have there is the gear recommendations list, and we have a lot of different props. I have to update some of those. We got some new stuff. We have a lot of different props and a lot of different swords and a lot of different, like, jackets and stuff like that. If you're ever looking for boots for the Ren Fair or anything else, please go check out Arm Street. Arm Street, you can find a link on my site, is probably the best budget boot out there for this kind of thing. And when I say budget boot, I mean like it is not a cheap boot. It is a well-priced boot. You'll find boots that are incredibly expensive out there, but Arm Street makes a custom boot. I got a custom boot from them, a custom knee-high boot that perfectly fits my feet and that I've worn the crap out of. The only thing it's going to need, I've had it for about 2 years now, and I've fenced in it, I've fought in it, I've taken it everywhere. I am going to have to get it resold because I've used it so much, but I think it cost me about $250 if I remember correctly, which is a really good price for boots if you don't know. Yeah, they have boots of all, like, if you can get a standard size, they're even cheaper. I got the custom size because I have wide feet. I'd show you my feet, but I think YouTube's TOS says I'm not allowed to. It doesn't have thick soles. Those boots have very, very thin soles, which is why I like them. They're very nice, light boots. Darn UTOS. You don't want to see my feet, don't worry. I have socks on. It's not like my bare feet. But someone would be into it. I'm not here to entertain you that way. All right. Check out your stream video. Oh yeah. Do I have TTS? Isn't that text to speech? Is that the thing? Does YouTube even do that? That would be somewhat helpful to have, but no, I don't have that on. Sellsword feet? No. All right, I think it's time. I'm getting hungry. It's been a good stream. Thanks for jumping in. I've got to go eat something, and then I've got to come back, and I've got to finish the rest of these videos. I may or may not go live tomorrow. I need to record some VR games, but I have not set up the function to where I can see chats in VR yet, and I kind of don't want to mess with the technological thing when I really just need to get stuff done. But we'll see how I feel tomorrow about it. Anyway, bye guys. Go check out our all of our links and stuff. Oh, please, everybody here, go check out Sellsword Gaming. We posted a video today. I really wanted to do good. I really want that channel to grow. If that channel does well, it means I get to play more games. If it doesn't do well, I'm not allowed to play video games, so I'd appreciate it. I'd appreciate it if you go check that out. And yeah, thanks mods. Thanks everybody who donated. I will see you guys next time. Bye.